Ooh, we get a unique amulet. Let's see what it is. Hi guys, I'm Mike, and this is another Diablo 2 Resurrected video. In this video I want to show you my favorite ways to farm with my Meteorb Sorceress. We're going to visit quite a lot of locations, and all of these locations have a pretty good chance of dropping high level gear, which is what we are all after, of course. We are going to start in Act 1 and we are going to slowly work our way to Act 5, and after that it's just a matter of rinse and repeat and hope that something nice will drop. But before we start, I will show you what I have equipped on my Sorceress at the moment. My primary weapon is an Oculus, and I use a Spirit Monarch shield. At the moment I have a Steel Skull cask for the 44% better chance of getting magical items. I'm using an amulet with a better magic find chance as well. My chest is smoke for the resistances. I'm using Talrasha's fine spun cloth as my belt. Chances are my gloves. I have a rare set of greaves with a 25% better chance of getting magical items. And also 2 rings that provide me with a better magic find. I also have quite a lot of charms on me which provide me with even more magic find. And on my secondary set I'm using a Blade of Alibaba with 2 ist in there and a Rhyme shield. So all in all that means that we have a 402 better chance of getting magic items when switched to the secondary weapons, which I always do right before I kill a boss. Also, this is the build that I have on my Sorceress at the moment. As you can see, we have 20 points in Meteor. We have 11 points in Fire Mastery, 14 in Fireball. And we have 20 points in Frozen Orb and 16 in Cold Mastery. And also, of course, the mandatory 1 point in Static Field and 1 point in Telekinesis and Teleport. My Mercenary is equipped with a Talrasha's Horadric Crest, an Insight Scythe, and Andariel's Shell for a bit of resistance. So all in all, reasonable gear, but there's absolutely room to improve, and that's what we hope to do with these runs. Also, in my experience, these runs give you quite a little bit of experience, so you can use them very well to level up as well. So, our first stop in Act 1 will be the Cold Plains, and we will want to try and find the burial grounds as soon as we can. So we're just gonna teleport around and follow the road. Okay, so there we go. We have found the burial grounds, and now we want to head into the crypt in the upper right corner, which is the Mausoleum. And the Mausoleum is a very nice place to farm for a Frozen Orb Sorceress, because there are not a lot of cold immunes in here. And because we are going to be killing everything in here, I now switch to my secondary weapons, which give us a lot better magic find. And it's just a matter of actually clearing the entire dungeon. And it's always good if you run into as many unique mobs or packs of elites as possible, because they have a better chance of dropping incredible items. And they provide you with more experience, so that's great. But what you absolutely want to find in here is the super chest. There's an awesome chest in here that also has a chance of giving you very, very good drops. I'm not going to use teleport a lot to head there instantly, because I actually want to kill as much as possible so we can get more drops. Ah, that would have been awesome if this was unique. Ah well. Really would have been great if that would have been the skin of the Viper Magi. Ah well, can't have it all. So just take your time exploring a little bit and kill everything in your path. Because every kill actually gives you a chance of finding another incredible item. So don't leave anything alive. Okay, so there we go. Here's the chest that I mentioned. Regrettably, it's not always an awesome chest, but this is something that you absolutely want to find when exploring here. And like I said, just take your time, kill everything in here, and you will increase your chance of finding something incredible. Okay, so when you're all done in here, we can head back into town, and then we are ready for our second location. We are going to head into the Stony Field, and we want to try and find the portal to Tristram. It's often quite close by to the waypoint, and as you can see now, we can see the portal immediately. So we'll just walk straight over there and kill Rakanishu, which is the special mob that always can be found at the portal. He has a decent chance of dropping nice items as well, so that's good. And then we are heading into Tristram, and as you can see, I'm still wearing my secondary weapons. So we have as much magic find as we can, increasing our chance of finding awesome stuff. So there we go, just slowly killing Griswold. He has quite a lot of hit points, but he's not that hard. Okay, there we go. Nothing too special, doesn't matter. And now we're gonna head off into the top left corner, where we can find Word. And then we take Word's leg with us, so we can create a portal to the secret cow level. You need to finish the entire Hell campaign before you can create a portal to the secret cow level. And you will need Word's leg and a Tome of Town portal for that. Put it into the Horadric cube and transmute, so you can open the portal. And in here, I will actually not be using my secondary items, because I just do not have enough power to kill the cows easily then. And just like before, in the secret cow level you just want to kill everything that moves. So you will get the most experience and the best chance of finding incredible items. But someone that you absolutely do not want to skip out on is the Cow King. In the old Diablo 2, if you killed the Cow King, then you would not be able to create another portal to the secret cow level in the future anymore. But they fixed that in Diablo 2 Resurrected, and he has a pretty nice potential for good drops. So absolutely kill the Cow King if you have the chance. And if you have the feeling that your mercenary is in a bit of trouble, you can also just teleport away, give him a potion, and give him a bit more space, and then lure the cows after you. Just kite them away a little bit, and make sure that you protect your mercenary where necessary. You will always find the Cow King in this little building that you see here. So when you run into these walls, then you know that you have found the Cow King. And he's lightning enchanted, so you want to be careful, because lightning enchanted enemies can do a lot of damage if you're not careful. So just be sure to keep your distance and try to keep your mercenary alive. Here he comes. He's of course the one with the crown. There we go. Okay, my mercenary is having a bit of trouble. Just teleport away for a second. Give him the time to use his healing potion. And then dive in again. There we go. He's down. No awesome drops for now. But that's okay. And then proceed just killing every single cow in here. Because they also have a very nice chance of dropping runes, because you have such a high density of enemies in here. And the final stop I like to make in Act 1 is actually Andariel. So we're going to the Catacombs level 2. And we're going to try and find Andariel as soon as we can. So no killing every enemy in here. Just try and find Andariel as fast as you can. Something that can help you find the entrance to Catacombs level 3 a little bit faster is to look at the orientation of your character. If you see the waypoint positioned like this, and you can see that you need to head in this direction to go into the dungeon, then you want to head right. Because oftentimes you will find the stairs right there. So in this case, I'm going to try and teleport over here, and we're going to keep right. As far as we can. And there we are. Catacombs level 3. Here we go. On level 3, it's actually a little bit more difficult to find the stairs. In my experience, it's a little bit more random. So I just teleport around as fast as I can, trying to find the entrance to level 4. And if you have a high enough faster cast rate, then nobody will be able to hit you while you are teleporting around. So, Catacombs level 4. We found Andariel already. And it took like 30 seconds. So, here we go. Teleport into her room. First kill any elites or unique mobs that are in here. Already found a rare amulet. Who knows? Okay. And after that, just take a look if you can see any other mobs that can be annoying while you are fighting her. She's not all that strong, but she does have the potential to kill your mercenary pretty quickly. Here she comes. I'm just gonna keep using my primary weapons for now. So I have a little bit higher damage at the moment. And then at the last moment I'm going to switch. And we found a Talrasha's mask. Okay, that's nice. And after killing Andariel, it's time to move on to Act 2. So here we go. We are going to go to Ludco Lane first. And then we are going to run out of town. Because we want to find the Stony Tomb, which is right outside the door of Ludco Lane. We're just gonna teleport around a little bit. And I often find that it's a good idea to just teleport in front of the entrance of the town. Because it's often close by. Here, as you can see, it was actually really close by in the right corner over here. So we're gonna head straight in. And this is kinda like the Mausoleum. You want to kill everything that lives in here. And on the second floor, you will find another big chest. And this chest can contain awesome items as well. So we're just gonna head into the dungeon and clear it out. And don't forget to switch to your secondary magic finding weapons. Because you will not be needing all that much power in here if you have maxed out Frozen Orb. But you do need to be careful of these lightning beetles. Often very annoying. Especially if you do not have enough lightning resistance yet. And always be mindful of the HP of your mercenary. And like I said, in here it's also not a matter of getting to the second level as fast as you can. Just clear everything out. There's quite a lot of packs with unique monsters in here. Giving you potentially nice loot. And the great thing about the Stony Tombs is that you will not run into any cold immunes here. The regular mobs are just easily killable with Frozen Orb. And like I said, on the second level, there's a chest like in the Mausoleum. Which you can see over there. Just need to be careful with all the lightning at them for a moment. So, and there we go. And after you've cleared out both levels of the Stony Tomb, it's time to head back into Ludco Lane. Now for our next stop, you could head into the Far Oasis and then try to find the Maggot Lair. But I actually have no love for this area whatsoever. So we are going to the Lost City now. And in the Lost City, we want to find the ancient tunnels. And there we go, that's very lucky. It's straight by the waypoint. But you are always looking for this small trap door, which is always connected on the left corner to a building like this. And in here, like before, you want to kill everything. Ooh, we get a unique amulet. Let's see what it is. Nokozan's relic amulet. No, that's not too great. Was hoping on a Maras, but no. And in here you can also find one of those big chests. So just clear out everything that you can find. And eventually you will run into the chest, which might contain nice loot again. And as you can see, so far I've rarely had to use my Meteor or Fireballs. It's mainly just Frozen Orb. Only in the Secret Cow level I had to use Meteor a little bit more often. Because you can run into cow uniques that are cold immune. But so far it's going nicely. As you can see, we have a lot of space in here. And the enemies are easily kept at a distance. So you are very, very safe in here. Even if you are a little bit lower in level and lower in power. And if you let your mercenary do the tanking in here, then you will rarely get into trouble. Just make sure you don't teleport into a pack of elites accidentally. Ah, and there we have the chest again. So don't leave before finding this chest. Okay, and now we have cleared out the tunnels, we can head back into Lootco Lane again. And then it's time to move on to Act 3. A lot of people like to farm Travincal by killing the council, but I really hate to have to teleport around all those hydras that they spawn. So in this case we're going to skip that, but by all means, if you don't mind fighting them, then go ahead. They have quite a high chance of dropping nice loot as well, but we are going straight for Mephisto now. So when trying to find Mephisto, we are going to do something similar like we did while searching for Andariel. So we are going to look at the map, and we see that if we move in this direction that we will be heading into the dungeon. And now we want to keep to our left. This is not a 100% guaranteed solution, but oftentimes you will find the entrance to the Durance of Hate level 3 to the left. So this is what we're going to do now. Always equip your fast cast rate equipment, so you will not be interrupted when teleporting around. Because there are quite dangerous mobs in here. Ah, there we go. Durance of Hate level 3. It often works this way, not all the time, but when you do find the entrance this quickly, you will just have a Mephisto run in around a minute. So there we go, just teleport straight to Mephisto. And then make sure that our mercenary will take his attention. And switch to your secondary magic find gear in time for him to drop his best loot. There we go. Ah, that's actually not that bad. And after that, just head into the portal to Act 4. In Act 4, you could do something that they call a Chaos Run. But as a Meteorb Sorceress, I don't really like doing that, because I need to switch around, especially in the Chaos Sanctuary, between fire and ice attacks all the time, because one half is fire immune and the other half is ice immune. So this is pretty annoying for a sorceress that uses fire and ice. But there is an area that is worth taking a look at, and that's called the City of the Damned. And that's because the City of the Damned has a low chance of actually spawning any cold immunes. There is one mob that could spawn here that is cold immune, and that you could take those out with fire attacks. But when they spawn, I usually just exit the game and enter a new one, because it just takes too much time to switch around between the two attacks. And it seems like we're... Oh no, there they are. Well, it's good for this example that you can see what I mean. The Stygian hags and the Stygian dogs are all ice immune, which creates the same problem that we have in the Chaos Sanctuary. Because in the Chaos Sanctuary, you need to switch around between ice and fire attacks the entire time. And we also need to do that when there are Stygian dogs and Stygian hags in here. So no, I would normally not continue clearing this area out, but if you find this area without Stygian dogs and hags, then by all means clear this area to the fullest, because this is a very high level area and you have a good chance of finding good items. And after you've cleared out the City of the Damned, I like to move on to Act 5. And first we are going to visit Harrogath, because there we can find a portal to Pindleskin. And even though for me personally he's never dropped any nice items, it is a very easy run to do. And you are just going to run in there for 10 seconds, kill him, and hope that he drops something incredible, even though he can be a little bit dangerous. And you'll see why in a minute. Here we go, we're moving towards him. This is where we want to go. We want to take this portal. And then normally I take 3 teleports into this area. And then my mercenary can take them on. But sometimes Pindleskin has a very annoying ability, which makes him very hard to kill and pretty dangerous. And you also need to be careful of all the mobs that can attack you in the back, which are all ice immune. Like you can see, it's pretty easy to get to him. Next up is a stop that I would not advise you to do if you are mono cold, because you will not be able to kill these guys. And these are Eldritch the Rectifier and Shenk the Overseer. But because I am duo spec'd, I can actually take these guys on. So let's go to the Frigid Highlands, where you will find both of them. So first we head up here. And I start throwing down a couple of meteors already, because here they come. And just let your mercenary tank and throw down a load of meteors or whatever else you have to throw on these guys. And it's pretty easy. And you can get some nice drops here as well. And for Shenk, we need to head in the other direction. So we head down the stairs over here. Need to be careful a little bit, because there's a lot of mobs. And the Oculus can just as easily kill me as it can help me. And these guys are all frost immune. So this is why I would never do this if I was just mono frost. Okay, and so now we finally got through this huge mob. We can try to kill Shenk, which will go down pretty quickly to our meteors. And he has a nice chance to drop good items as well. So here we go. Ah, nothing this time, but maybe next time. And after that, there's actually just one more area left in the game that I like to farm. And this one is pretty obvious. This is of course the Worldstone Keep all the way up to Baal. I'm not going to show you this at the moment, but this obviously is one of the best areas to get incredible gear as well. Because both the Minions of Destruction and Baal himself have a good chance of dropping very, very high level items. So I hope this video was useful for you and that you now know where you can farm when you are a Meteorb or Frozen Orb or Blizzard Sorceress. Because I've mainly focused on areas that do not contain any frost immunes or as little frost immunes as possible, with the exception of Shenk, the Overseer and Eldritch the Rectifier. But this is what I personally like to do when I go magic finding. And it also provides you with a little bit of experience, so that's all great. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the channel for more Diablo 2 Resurrected videos. I wish you guys a very nice day and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!